Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. This is VersedAlchemist, and this will be a collective reading. Take what resonates and please leave the rest. So, for the collective that I'm speaking to right now, I believe this is going to resonate more with the divine feminine. This particular feminine has gone through a massive transformation. I feel like there was a situation in the past that brought out the more masculine side of you, the more analytical side of you, that forced you to kind of be in this energy of kind of being standoffish, questioning everything, thinking more in your masculine energy, because there were certain situations that put you, left you feeling out in the cold. There could have been people, I'm seeing for this particular reading, there might have been a masculine that forced you into this energy, but as time went on and as you were going through this healing process, there was a change in the wind, and life was pushing you and urging you towards your more feminine and receptive energy in order to receive the blessings that were coming towards your way. I heard earlier as I was doing the pre-shuffle, lay down your sword. So you showed up as the Queen of Swords in the beginning, but I heard lay down your sword. Not everything needs to be fought. Not everything needs to be met with harsh truth. Sometimes there's things that need to be just mindfully, you just need to be mindfully receptive of energies. You don't necessarily need to agree or disagree with certain things. You could, you could certainly agree or disagree with certain things, but you don't always have to make it known what your stance is. But I feel like for this divine feminine that I'm speaking to, there's a masculine that's the same masculine that probably left you out in the cold in the past, is trying to manifest you. One of the songs that I was channeling earlier, actually, let me pull it up right now. It's She's Like a Star by Cruz. So if you guys want to look that up, let me see if I can actually read. There's this particular, a few lines here. She's my everything, like a morning girl. She's my angel up above my world. She's the only one who understands me. That's why I called her my new fan league. She's the only one that I want by my side. She's the only one that I believe can save my life. She makes me want to be a better man. Oh, why? It's no one else but her, well, at least for me. That's exactly why I must now repeat, she's the only one I want by my side. You got this man in a tizzy. I feel like the emotional intimacy card came up here too. So it says, I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. A particular person is coming to mind from my own personal life who I know also has emotional intimacy issues. So I feel like this person that you've dealt with in the past is now come to a realization. I feel like not necessarily a realization, because they've always known this fact about you. I feel like they've always known that you were quote unquote the one, but to they weren't ready to handle all of you, if that makes any sense. And I think they know now that they missed an opportunity with you, and they know that they weren't reciprocating the same energy, the same effort, love, and dedication that you put into the connection. And they realize, this could have been the one. I'm hearing you're the one that got away. Because for the divine feminines that I'm speaking to right now, as you're learning to be in your yin energy, being receptive, I feel like you're not minding anybody else's business but yours, but this masculine is minding you. Like, they're depressed, and they can't seem to get a rest when it comes to thoughts of you. Even when they're sleeping, they're dreaming about you. And it's put this masculine in a space where they had to really reflect and look into the mirror about themselves, and it revealed a lot of things about themselves that they weren't ready at the time to acknowledge, but now it's like they're forced to acknowledge parts of themselves, parts of their shadows. You force this masculine to look at themselves. And I feel like there was also a lot of things that were unsaid. They're looking back, I feel like at maybe text messages, certain conversations replaying in their head, they realized they could have said this, could have said that. I feel like this person also was not expecting you to behave in the way that you did. You walked away from this connection and they thought that you wouldn't be able to walk away from this connection because they thought that you were as emotionally invested in this, if not more, than they were. And now it's like you've stepped into this queen energy, and I'm talking all every suit in the deck is here for the queen. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. And each time, each of these images that I'm seeing, it's like there's options all around you, and you're not paying nobody no mind. You're in your own world, focusing on your own thing. And it's like people want your attention. They want some form of commitment. They want to relay a message to you. They want to speak their truths to you. And it's not just this particular masculine, but you're over here in your own energy and you're not focused on that. And it's attracting in a lot of things for you. With that being said, I feel like intermission, the word intermission is coming to mind. I feel like this masculine that you've dealt with thought that they could just take a break from this connection, maybe step aside, focus on their finances, themselves, and they thought they could come back just like that and you let them in. But I think subconsciously they know without you having to tell them anything that you're trying to move on from this connection. You're trying to start a new chapter and you have no problem not having them in that new chapter. And that definitely wounded their ego. It wounded their ego. One of the cards that came up here is let the past go. Is it true? I heard you were dating someone. Is it true? Please tell me it isn't. I feel like they're thinking that you have all these options and you might have it. It seems like you do, but I feel like you're not actually focused on love at this moment. You're kind of busy tending to your own garden, which again is attracting even more suitors. It's funny how that works, right? But this masculine is ready to leave their old mindset behind. You might hear from this masculine. Actually, one of the cards that came up is I'm going to contact you soon. But with the soul tie in reverse here, I feel like you've sort of done like a cord cutting. You don't have to actually necessarily do an actual cord cutting ritual, but I feel like you've sat down with yourself and thought like, okay, this didn't work out. Is this something I'm willing to work on? And you decided that with the new world you were stepping into, in the new role, the new phase in your life that you were stepping into, that this was no longer in alignment with you. I feel like after you cross this certain threshold, you were able to see the world in a whole new different light, and you weren't able to basically unsee what you've seen. And this masculine, I feel like, might have been tugging on your energy in the back of your mind, because with all of the cards that I'm seeing here, it's like the queen, all the queens, all the female archetypes or female suits, they're looking onward, and behind them there's either the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, some message or options, the Seven of Cups, and like they're not paying them no mind. The Star card here, you got everybody's attention and everybody's trying to get your attention, but it's like you're not paying nobody no mind. You're not paying nobody no mind. While I am channeling this past energy, I will reiterate this fact. I feel like everyone should know this by now, at least if you're drawn to this message or drawn to this particular channel, that you always have a choice. And just because people come back around, especially because Mercury is also in retrograde, so please keep that in mind. Just because things come back around doesn't mean they're here to stay. I feel like if you've cut this person off for good reasons, if they were to your best ability, if you can discern that this person was not contributing to your highest good, then you've made the right decision. Just because they decide to come back around does not mean you have to compromise yourself or question the steps that you've taken. You know that there's better things out there for you. I feel like you're attracting in not just options, but not just options in romantic in the romantic sense, but also your soul tribe. I feel like you found the more you come into peace with yourself and obtain higher self-love, the more your outer world is going to reflect that, the more you're going to attract people that are in alignment with you. And I'm seeing as you've mastered, remastered, and continue to stay in this receptive, healthy, receptive feminine energy, this divine feminine energy, the more the world is opening you up to all the possibilities, all the treasures, all the blessings that there is for you. I just heard I can't get you off my mind. So yes, while this masculine I feel like is tapping into your energy or trying to self-sabotage is coming up to mind too. So whatever this connection was you had in the past, they had a tendency to self-sabotage. Clearly with the emotional intimacy card here. It's like they wanted you, but they weren't willing to do what it took to get you or keep you. So to end on a lighter note and to end on a better note, I guess, a more productive note, I'm seeing here if there were any injustices done to you, regardless if it has to do with this particular masculine or any other relationships, I feel like in the past you've gotten a lot of no's. Be prepared to be the one deciding yes or no for the things that come your way. You get to choose in this next chapter. You get to decide. And all because you chose yourself. And I think that's it for this reading. Thank you for listening. And again, just take what resonates and leave the rest.